All in Sports Network. We love sports.
All right, everybody, just real quick, we've got some breaking news, and it involves Texas recruiting securing the number one overall class of 2025. I'm Tanner Carlson. This is your daily fix for all things Texas Longhorns right here on All In Horns, brought to you by Rogue Sports Network. And Justus Terry has chosen the Texas Longhorns over his home state of Georgia. Between those two programs, Texas, Georgia, who will be playing at the SEC championship game this weekend, Justus Terry has decided that he will play his college football at the University of Texas. He is a five-star defensive lineman, 6'5", 275, an absolute monster off the line, quick off the snap, very smart, very edgy. He has played on the end. He's played at tackle. I imagine he'd play a little bit of tackle, but the fact that he has versatility to play both is also very exciting for this defensive line, who has already added some pretty key pieces in recruiting, but also has guys such as a Colin Simmons and Ethan Burke, so on and so forth. And so very excited to see adding another defensive weapon to this already stacked defensive unit in the 2025 class. But yes, Justus Terry has announced earlier today that he will be committing to the University of Texas. The kid is from Manchester, Georgia. He chose Texas over Georgia. And so I think this is kind of indicative, if you will, of a tide turning, a passing of the torch within this conference. Now, Georgia's not going anywhere. Georgia's going to be just fine. I mean, they've got the number 4 recruiting class in the country, but Texas does secure that number 1 spot. Alabama at number 2. In fact, just got an update. Georgia's actually sitting at number 3, so they've actually moved up a spot ahead of Oregon, who sits at number 4. So SEC currently holds the top 3 recruiting classes in the country. You've got Oregon and Ohio State at number 4 and 5. And then we get back to the SEC, Auburn with the number 6 class, LSU with the number 7 class, A&M at the number 8 class, Michigan at number 9, Tennessee rounding out the top 10. So you've only got 2 conferences represented in the top 10, and 7 of those are in the SEC. Texas with at the sitting at the very top. So just wanted to get this news out there. It's very exciting. He's going to be coming into a class with Jonah Williams, Cade Phillips, Lance Jackson. Extremely exciting to see those core guys coming in all together. Again, out of the 4 stars, or the 4 or 5 stars that Texas has, really 5, depending on which rankings you're looking at, because I'm including Lance Jackson in that 5-star ranking. But you know, other sites, other sources won't necessarily have that. But you're looking at 5-star safety Jonah Williams, 5-star defensive lineman Justus Terry. You're looking at 5-star defensive end Lance Jackson, 4-star safety Cade Phillips, 4-star cornerback Grayson Littleton, 4-star linebacker Bo Barnes, 4-star defensive lineman Myron Charles, and the list goes on and on. So it's just exciting times for the future, not only at present day for the Texas Longhorns, but also for the future of Texas. And Sark will be going into Atlanta, Georgia this weekend to take on the Georgia Bulldogs in the SEC championship game. So it's ironic that the chase for the number 1 class, because I think if Georgia gets Justus Terry, they probably finish with the number 1 class. That's kind of how pivotal this signing was. Georgia went from possibly having the number 1 class to now being the number 3 class. And it's ironic and fitting that it fell on SEC weekend, where Texas and Georgia will face off against each other this weekend. And so the scene in Atlanta, Georgia, hosting the Georgia Bulldogs, Texas coming into enemy territory to try to win a conference championship on the back of getting one of the higher touted defensive linemen and overall recruits in this class. Things are going to be heated And Kirby Smart, he's going to have to put on one heck of a performance in this SEC title game. Because if Texas goes in there into Georgia already claiming one of their own in territory in which Georgia had this recruit, they had Justus Terry in their own backyard, let it slip through their fingers, and Sark ended up getting him. Man, it's exciting stuff, and there's going to be big implications to be had in this game, and I'm not talking just who gets to go. I mean, both teams are in the college football players, but who wins the SEC championship in Texas's inaugural season in the SEC? After being told time and time again, just wait till you get to the SEC. It's not like it here. You can't get away with the things you get away with in the Big 12 here in the SEC. Well, guess what? Texas has done that, and they've also upped their recruiting. And now they're not only kicking Georgia's butt on Saturday, but they're also doing it on the recruiting rank. So that's going to do it. Just wanted to get this news out there. It's exciting stuff. When you're looking at the type of player that Justus Terry is, he is a plug-and-play type guy. He is a day one starter on the defensive line for this Texas defensive line, and I'm extremely excited to see him paired up with a guy like Colin Simmons, Lance Jackson, Justus Terry in the middle, and it's very exciting times to see what the potential of what Texas college football is going to be looking like here, not only now, but in a year or two, even next season. You'll be seeing this guy playing on Saturdays wearing burnt orange and white. And so, again, stay tuned for all things, all updates. We'll have them right here on All In Horns, brought to you by Rogue Sports Network. I'm Tanner Carlson. Again, just wanted to give you the quick breaking news. Thank you for joining me. Go out and check out our most recent video that we released earlier today. It is a breakdown of that SEC championship game between Texas and Georgia. We also gave a full recap on the signing day, day of signing day, recruiting class of 2025. That was before Justus Terry had announced his decision. And so we will break that is a better breakdown of the entire class overall, top to bottom, than I just gave. But anyway, thanks for coming on. We appreciate it. And hey, we'll see you next time. We have our immediate reaction episode coming out Saturday following the SEC championship game.
All in Sports Network. We love sports.